new hobby?
Nothing. Literally nothing is new. Gotta work on doing something with my summer. What crazy thought was I having last night? I thought about something really crazy last night, but I don't remember what it was.
If it's your first time here, you're supposed to hang up your bra and sign it. So that's you three.
I don't wear one. My
Do
bra.
not film me, I look like hell.
My bra is black.
Wait, that's really funny. No, that's the truth. And we have 5 hefty bags of bras in the back. Yeah, I took them all down for Christmas because we had to hang up Christmas decorations, and I just happened to hang them back up. My mother passed a little over a year ago, and so then we were dealing with that. And then 2 months we had a break, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, so we were locked up for, I think, 3 times. This is a bobblehead of my mother. My mother's all over the place.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. They made her a poster and everything.
Yeah, this is my
Lifestyle.
mom. Now that's exactly what my mom looked like. They just had that done. If you come over here, you can see that. That's my mom. That's exactly how big she was too.
I'll bust these dishes out, then I'll be heading out to my other place too. Rosati's Pizza Company in Fox Point is, fucking... I've been working there for a couple weeks. We get this one delivery that's like pretty far away. It's like sort of in Glendale, like deep in Glendale. You get on Silver Spring. It's like the first street off of, you get off of Silver Spring on Teutonia, and it's like right there. But yeah, I pulled up to this house, delivered like 2 Chicago-style pizzas. I give them the pizza. They're like, hey, thanks, whatever. And I got back in my car, and, I was sitting there for like a few minutes because I was trying to pick a song. I put on Praise the Lord by A$AP Rocky. Like, that song had just come out. And as soon as I put it on, I like noticed someone was like running across the street, and it was like, yeah, he just fucking ran across the street and he cocked a gun, and I immediately was like, oh shit. And then he just like ran up, shoved it against my fucking face, and like, he was like, what do you have? And I didn't even say anything, I was just like, handed him the money, like, I'm fucking not about to die for, As soon as I got back, they were like, oh, like, I'm sorry to hear that, man, but we still have one delivery left, like, if you want to take it. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll fucking take it.
No, se infló demasiado, pero bueno. ¿Qué quieren que le ponga encima? Estas van a quedar increíblemente ricas, pero horribles. Para efectos de esta filmación, mis jalot siempre son bellísimas, nunca se me abren. Pero esto es un experimento y bueno, quedaron horribles. Está filmándome. También for the record, soy más flaca de lo que aparezco en este video. La cámara engorda 10 kilos, ¿sabías? Ah, voy a esperar porque no está caliente. Todo el día comiendo.
Oh my god. Wait, it has like flowers? Like when a flaky plant grows really tall, it gets like flowers. I didn't know that. Huh?
Wait.
Oh, it was back there.
How tall was it?
It was like taller than me.
Wait. Wait, what the penis is that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I see why Dad wants me doing the weeds now. There were some last year that were actually like about as tall as that. What? I don't know. Oh, penis. A 1. Oh my god. Bread.
Yeah.
Drake
I'm
and
waiting. Ari, don't put your take your sandals off
Why?
before they fall in.
It's not gonna happen.
That's alright. If you need the pliers to take it out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna use the pliers.
I'm gonna need the pliers.
Can I use yours too if I need it?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't want to make mine useless.
Oh yeah, sure. Mine are like the throwaways. My god. Yuck.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Will it survive?
I don't know. Tell me if I see the turtle again. Tell me if I see the turtle again.
Tell you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't see it first. Is that the right way or the wrong way?
No!
You idiots. You have to set the hook to set. Set the hook.
How do I set the hook?
I don't know, you have to yank it to one side, but I can't figure out which side.
Yeah, every single
It's
time.
the opposite of where they're swimming, right?
Oh, what the penis? Whoa! Let's go! It's an actually good fish. Wait, what? Yeah.
I'm gonna take AP Euro. I have all the AP Euro books already.
I don't know.
Should I, wait, Joy, which books? Should I
What grade? Oh my god!
What?
It's through the eye.
You
How am I the penis? What did I do? Oh my god, it's gonna freaking spine me. Oh, and through the gill.
want me to take it out?
No, it should be pretty. No, it is through the eye.
There's so many fish. Joy, are you looking at all the fish?
Oh, I got it. Oh, I feel so bad for it. Sorry.
Put it back in.
Okay. Okay, one. Do you want me to throw it over there? Good. One,
Yes,
2,
Palmer's.
3.
No. Shouldn't.
Here you go.
Oh wait, Ari.
Okay, I'm driving one night and I call him up and I'm like, hey, like all the signs by us have like markings on them like they're painted or something. And this motherfucker goes, oh, yeah. We've been egging all the signs every night for the past couple of weeks. So every sign in this fucking neighborhood has like, show it, has like these like, this like dripping like rain look on it. And like when your headlight shines on it at night, it's just like, what the fuck were these kids thinking? They were so bored in suburbia America that they on their nights, they decided to take eggs and drive around and just throw them at signs. And that is what brought them joy in their teenage years. David and I wanted to go sailing from Miami to Bimini, Bahamas in May. But then my mom was like, yo, we want to go on a family trip. So I was like, all right, let's call an audible. I'm like, David, let's road trip out to Utah with my parents, or meet my parents out there in the car, and we'll go to Yosemite after. And then Harry Lahan dies, and we're like, okay, let's just open an invite to everyone at camp, right? Because Harry was part of camp, died. We're like, all right, like anyone who wants to come could come. That'd be cool. Harry Lahan was like a coworker, he was our counselor at camp, and then he was just like a co-counselor at camp with us. Sam Morse got arrested with him. Well, that's a whole nother story. Have you heard that story? Sidebar real quick. We're on our day off, right, from camp. Like, we get to leave camp. We go to a casino in the UP on a Native American reservation. And we pack like 6, 7 people in the room. You're only allowed 4. So they come knock on the door. They're like, hello, right? And they're like, we know there's like 6 of you in here. They're like, no, there's only 4. And like, me and this Israeli guy are hiding in the bathtub. They're like, no, we know there's 2 people in the bathroom. We have you on camera. But me and him are like, we're gonna play this out, right? So we just don't move. And finally, security, like big Native American like security guard comes in. He goes, you're out. So we're leaving. We end up getting chased through like the forest by the cops for a little bit. Harry calls me. He goes, you see he's like, you see the Big Dipper? Follow the bottom side of the Big Dipper. And he goes, you're gonna find a cafe at the end. We found this cafe. And we like got a pizza, got some coffees. We brainstormed how to get Sam Morse out of jail because he was 17 and he was caught drinking. And we ended up getting him out of jail at 2 a.m. But that's who Harry Lahan is. Harry's a G. He got him out of jail. But Harry died, so we're like, why don't we invite all of camp? Like open invite to all other camp counselors. Camp the first night, had some fiasco in the park the second day. Third day we went to some lake north of Yosemite. Sickest drive you've ever been on. Literally like a Jurassic Park world. Like stop at a diner in the middle of Nevada. Ooh, it was actually a city with a clown motel. Like they're famous for their clown motels. And we stopped there and I'm like, yo, everyone get gas. Shut up, Buffy, we know how to drive, right? I'm like, okay, fuck me, right? So I shut up. We start driving. We're about we're about an hour in. So like 50-ish miles. And we get a call from Talia. She goes, Tori only has 50 miles left. I'm like, we're in the middle of Nevada. The next gas station, we check our phone, is in for another 110 miles. I'm like, well, you're gonna turn around. They go, no, we're just gonna keep driving. I'm like, your car is telling you that you're not gonna make it the distance to the next gas station, and you're just going to, quote, keep driving. We ended up getting like some oil refinery and we found our gas, and like she's so lucky. I was so pissed. I was really hoping she'd get stuck in the middle of the desert and like have to call AAA and sit there for 3 hours, and we'd laugh at them and say, listen to me next time.
You can see where the paint is off up there. That's where Tom had to go up and scrub it, and there was egg all the way down between the siding here underneath that window, and then actually there were eggs, like eggshells all over the place here, and Leah would start eating them. Disgusting, actually. Like this is all egg, and then look at that. There's more egg that we never got off. This is egg. Tom was home and he heard something, but what do you like? What is it? It's just a bird hitting that. I don't know. He didn't know what it was. So the house got egged and it was all over the place, and then it got egged 2 days later. So we ended up calling the police, and the police came and they took down the report and just said, clearly it's targeted to you guys because no one else got egged. So I don't, we have a teenage daughter, so other than that, we're not sure why it was targeted. But they took the report down, and Tom got up there and scraped off the egg, and it pulled paint off our siding. It was awful. And then a week later, we got egged again. And so the cop that came out at that time, again, the Bayside police don't have a lot to do. So he's standing there and he's looking at it, and he's like, I can tell a boy threw the egg. And I'm like, how can you tell a boy threw an egg? He's like, because clearly your cameras didn't pick them up, and it had to have been thrown from the street, and there's no way a girl did that. A boy threw an egg. And I was like, that was sexist. And I was like, okay, well, it could have been a girl on a softball team or a strong girl. He's like, no, it was a boy. I'm like, all right, thanks, that's really helpful. Anyways, they never found out who egged our house. But they thought it was a boy from the street. Maybe it was one of your brothers. Leia, who egged our house? Who egged the house? Who was it? Who ate the house? I don't have more funny stories about our neighborhood, right? One time when I was in high school, I egged a house. Well, we were sleeping over at someone's house, and someone said, I can't stand so-and-so. I don't even remember who it was. I didn't know her. And we're like, we'll help you. You know, so someone picked up the eggs, and we thought it was the coolest thing, and we threw them all at her garage door as hard as we could, and I cannot even imagine the mess. And then I felt like super, you know, like cool that I did that, but then scared I would get caught, and it was like one time and that was it. And then when I was in my 30s, I was at a Mapledale like foundation dinner or something, and this woman at my table said, I remember you, you're the one that egged my house. And I'm like, how did you know? I'm so sorry. And it was like with a group. She's like, we knew who it was. So anyways.
Oh, you want this too? You don't have to follow me around. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hola.
Should I bring my keys and wallet or not?
No.
And where are the black mess?
Abajo donde antes había teléfonos. Venga.
I don't know why you're still doing
The future may seem a bit eerie and uncertain. We are going out as one into a seemingly broken world that looks to us, to our generation, to solve the issues of the future. But whether it be global warming, the acceleration of the space age, or even just showing love to others, we should all recognize today that there is not only hope for the future, but that we are that hope. With the tools available, we have the opportunity to be the greatest generation, the opportunity to save the world, and we are not throwing away our shot. If we peer back through time to the last greatest generation, we find a group with more in common with us than we might think. They experienced 2 world wars on top of the Spanish flu, a pandemic that wiped out millions across the globe. Sound familiar? Even through the annals of time, a century ago, we still share that connection of struggle with our ancestors, regardless of race, ethnicity, or religion. If they made a difference in life, daring to make a dent in the history of humanity despite what they had, then why can't we? Trick question. We can.
Automatic one? It looks like electronic. It is.
You've been a wonderful audience. Such a wonderful audience that we have to do another Eindhoven, I think.
I think we do, yeah. Agreed.
This is a toast to you. Raise your glasses high and everybody sing along. I'm frozen, der Frühling kam. I'm frozen, der Frühling. Eins, zwei, drei, Zuffa, Ziggy-Taka, Ziggy-Taka. Ziggy-Taka, Ziggy-Taka. Motorcycle, motorcycle. And Jägermeister, Jägermeister. Yum, yum, yum. Drink 'em and drink 'em. See you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Jägermeister. Jägermeister. With the micro penis. No! What the fuck is this bullshit? What? Oh my god. That was literally my only stupid thing. Do you think I had a fish? I definitely had a fish. I saw it. This stupid idiot thing was super loose for no reason. That's great. Can you stop filming?
You know, I wanted to fucking bowl, but this place needed 4 people. I'm just a single person from Portland, Oregon, now from Vermont, and I threw out the call and these 3 weirdos showed up. A 4th weirdo wanted to document it, and we're bowling in America's oldest bowling alley. Doesn't get much better than that. 1 family owned this place. That's America. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to bowl.
All I do is I wait for the ball to come back, try not to get my shins hit. It's happened a couple times. Actually, we had a high school like bowling league come, and they were like bigwigs. They were going to state, and this was on their road to state. And they thought that it would just be the funniest thing ever to rip balls down as hard and as fast as they can. God. They hit me at least 5 times. They were here for like 2 hours, and I came out and like you can see my shins are like battered, and I have bruises going on. They're like, oh my God, did we hit you? And I said, yeah, a couple times. And they were just like, oh my God, look at her legs.
Yo,
cool.
that's so rude.
It was rude.
Like, that's painful.
Yeah, it is. So there's this thing connects to like a little stand, and so that splits the lanes. So it tries to stop the pins from going, but they would hit it over and it would like cross the lanes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fun. So I stand on one side of the lane, wait for you to bowl, and then I go, all right, ball first, so that if anyone else wants to use the ball, they got their ball. And then I pick up the pins, wait for the other one to bowl, and I just hop back and forth doing that until you guys feel like you're done.
I've been working there at this point like 3 years now, basically averages out to 15 an hour because it's, you know, we get like good tips, but we only get paid $5 an hour, so it's like below minimum wage shit. Whoa. It's better than the cooks though. Most of the fucking chefs there are kind of greasy. There was this one dude that got fired for fucking stealing from the register. Ooh. But I mean, besides that, it's like, I feel like it's really just an average restaurant, you know? You go to like, you work anywhere, you'll find out that it's like, I don't know, you just get a bunch of people that are just like either greasy as fuck or just in high school and like have nothing better to do. These are probably fucking blasted by this point.
Alex Caswan Melissa.
Alex!
Samuel Mejia Townsend. Benjamin Orman. Ian Ormsby.
Too much pressure. Get the camera away from me.
You're doing EMT work over the summer?
Yeah, dude. I got an EMT job, so I'm gonna be in Milwaukee most of the time, and then work in Madison when I go back. So.
One more year?
Yeah, one more year. Yeah, studying for the MCAT too. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude.
That's
hard. Damn, you still rolling that camera? Chill with that, Joel.
Point it that way.
Huh?
Cuidado. What do I do now? It was like your thumb, I think.
Con el thumb, sí. Un poquito de un lado y luego del otro lado hasta que salga. Dale un poquito así.
Ya.
But don't, you're aiming at the thing. You're aiming at this.
¡Ah! ¡Más alto! Sírvete, mi amor.
Inclina el vaso, inclina.
Go lower. What is that?
It's poop. No? It's water.
Should I turn the light on?
Yeah. Oh, because it's like.
Oh, don't go in. Don't go in.
Okay, it's just water. I think this one's fine then, no?
You think this one is going? It's fine?
It's water, no? Do you want me to go in?
Well, there's probably fucking leaves and shit under the water, no?
I have no clue. I mean, if it shouldn't be water. If it's water, it's because it's
I can tell from here that there's water.
Okay, but if it's water, it's because unless the water is the
toilet.
If the water is the toilet, then it's okay.
The toilet's not 10. This is like 4 feet, puppy.
Yeah, I know. No, because this one can be one of the toilets. There's.
But obviously, it's a toilet in our room. It's the closest to our room.
No, maybe it's one of those. This could be the toilet in the. Can it be in the basement? ¿Ah? ¿Entiendes? Cuando tú prendes en la cocina, sale también por aquí.
Okay, well,
But I think it would be that one.
Joel's room is there.
Is the kitchen here? Is the kitchen here?
Joel's room is there.
Where's the kitchen?
My room is this one right here.
And where's the kitchen?
So this is probably the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the kitchen could be the one to the left because that one goes down
Then
more.
what is this one? Our room? No.
Your bathroom.
No, because this is my bathroom. You cannot entirely remove the clog with your snake. Use a garden hose to flush out remaining debris. Have your sister flush the toilet again. So we need water, right?
We're doing this now? Should I do more or what?
Yeah. You hear something? Okay, so flush it now.
Wait up.
Wait up. Did you flush? Flush. Okay, keep flushing.
Didn't work. No, no, no.
Do you have any beer, John? Yeah, there's a beer in the bottom of the fridge.
Okay, stop. So how are you any different than those girls on Snapchat filming every moment that happens in their life?
Right.
Stop it.
I don't really want to do freelance.
No, you are a bit different.
I'd rather do like
A little bit worse.
solo. Yeah. I haven't done enough with it.
So I grew up on the other, like outside of this neighborhood, and didn't even plan to come back and live in Bayside, but it's awesome. My parents live a mile away, which I love. So I've made my closest friends in the neighborhood, and there's 5 of us. So we created a WhatsApp. Actually, they created it so I went through a divorce, and then when Tom and I, before we got married, they hosted a bachelorette party for me in Chicago, and I don't even remember what the title was. I think it was The Bridesmaids, or I don't know, it had some cute title. And so we started it then, and then we were called the Bayside Bitches for a while and decided that we didn't like that name, so we're the Bayside Babes. And that's how we communicate with each other. And so if anyone needs anything, if anyone wants to go on a walk, that's where we send a message. So any day, while I'm in the middle of whatever meetings at work, someone's saying, do you want to go on a walk? And so whoever says yes, then 2 people might walk, 5 people might walk, 1 person sometimes walks alone because no one will go with them. But it's awesome. So we communicate about everything from politics to like food we've cooked to updates on our kids. Yeah, it's awesome. So actually part of why I would not leave this neighborhood after my divorce is because of the 5 of us and the friendships I made, because it's like a family here. It really is, despite all the drama that happens. Not with us. We have no drama. Like, it's just everybody else and their drama.
It's so hot in here. It's like the air conditioning's, wait, wait, crap. The air conditioning's broken. It's like leaking water everywhere or something. I called the air conditioning people. How much should I put it to, do you think? 2? Wait. There we go. Wait, no. What the heck? Why is it? Do this under my collar. In the bathroom.
You have to run this one.
Hmm?
You have to run this one. When did you shower?
Like earlier today, do it smell like crab?
Oh.
My.
You just showered once today?
Yeah. What? I
And then, like, did you just shower?
No, I didn't just shower.
Oh.
Why? Do I smell bad?
Oh, it's just sticky.
Oh. Well, because I'm sweaty. I was just outside.
It's Why you should shower?
No, shower. I got back. It was like, okay. Here.
Mommy.
I need sauce.
Medias. Yo te los pongo. ¿Qué hora es?
53.
Oh, wow, 7 minutos. Va. No te sientes encima de la chaqueta. Guapísimo. Máscara negra, ¿no? La máscara...
Did Alex wear a suit to his graduation?
No, de MJDS, sí.
No,
De ahorita no.
Ah, sorry.
Porque esta es más elegante. Sí, perdón, estaba un poquitito atorado buscando la comida. No, la que me queda perdida.
Tonight, I'm privileged to celebrate these 15 unique and wonderful students who exemplify why MJDS exists.
I've been going to MJDS for 10 years. And in those 10 years, I have learned tons of life lessons. Here is a list of 3. Number 1, Masha su lecha al ta'aseh lecharecha. Treat people how you want to be treated. If I'm having a bad day, I will always remember not to lash out at anybody. Because if I do, my bad day could turn into theirs. Number 2, im lo hislachi ta'aseh shu. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If you don't get a math problem correct the first time, or if you need to restart an essay because the first draft wasn't good, keep trying, and eventually you'll be able to figure it out, on your second try or on your 11th. Number 3, ein habayishem lamed. There is no shame in not knowing, because I know whenever I have a question about an assignment, whether it's math, ELA, social studies, science, Hebrew, or Jewish studies, I can always ask my teachers or my peers. All of the opportunities have helped me grow into who you see before you today. A student ready for high school and beyond. So thank you. Thank you to my parents for choosing MJDS, and thank you for my teachers for providing me all I need to learn and grow.
Look how nice she looks. We're the Bayside Babes.
We're the Bayside
We
Babes.
are. And we're in, what's our
Wait, no.
WhatsApp?
We are the best of the Bayside Babes.
We are, actually.
Yeah.
We kind of are. We broke it off, but no one knows secretly. But here's the issue. How many messages could go through? Did you see the messages today?
To go to the King Spa. I'm like, can you open a
Can you
new
go
one?
Can we go to the King Spa?
No.
You can go. What day can you go? I have nothing to do the entire summer. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even keep up.
No.
40,
If you don't have
messages.
anything to do, why can't you do any of the days
Why can't
they're
you do-
offering?
Exactly.
Including June 18th, when was going to be my birthday.
Right. Tomorrow's birthday.
It's okay.
Oh
It's
my
always a problem on my birthday.
The Bayside Babes might be a little high maintenance. The Bayside Babes might talk about each other behind each other's backs.
But us.
But they don't talk about us.
No, we don't talk about each other on
We
our
don't talk about
backs.
each other. We talk about everyone.
It's not true. We love you.
I mean, we love you.
Oh! Must have ate it. Did it hit you? No, it didn't hit me.
Use the stupid thing.
It's just freaking like putting all this gross other catfish that are like 800 pounds and like the size of like. Oh my god, you're such a freaking baby. I can't. It slipped out. Uh-oh. Okay. That's really far in there. Yeah. Because you let it eat it for like 60
Well,
years.
I didn't know it was a catfish.
Do you want me to
Penis.
do it for you?
Oh my god.
Say the word.
It literally swallowed it.
No crap.
Like it might as well be in its digestive tract by now.
Just looks like you have the knife and Okay, just cut the line if it's that bad.
Oh!
Are you pulling its intestines out? Let me see. Yeah, just cut it.
No, I can pull it out. It's gonna die.
No,
anyways.
don't. What?
It's gonna die.
No, it's not.
It's bleeding. I literally pulled some of its flesh out.
I mean, it's better to just let it eat it than.
It's gonna die, Alex.
No, it's
dying.
Oh my God, you're just cut it.
No.
Don't pull it out. How? Of course it's gonna die if you pull it out like that. It's supposed to go the other. Stupid.
It's probably dead now. I don't know why this is like so. It's so still. Okay, I'm cutting it. This is disgusting.
Cut it with this. Let me cut it. Just throw it back in.
How is it still alive? Yeah.
They're my hooks anyway.
Yeah, I know. I could have pulled it out.
No, I know, but you would have killed it.
Yeah, I know.
100%. At least this still has a chance.
No, it doesn't.
Well, really, you shouldn't even try to take it out.